Hey, it's Gary Kayye. We're here pre-day one. It's the day before the show opens. I'm joined by, obviously, Jeremy Burkhardt, the founder of Origin Acoustics and the founder of many other companies as well. Jeremy, how are you doing?
Good, Gary. How's it going?
I'm doing well, doing well. So we stood up on this stage a year ago when you launched the company. It's now a year later. You've got 2,000 dealers worldwide. You've got 140 products, I believe you said, and you've got a bunch of new ones you're launching here at the show. You must feel pretty good.
You know, when you set out to engineer new things, it's a risk, and many times you doubt yourself the most. And you have to have people play with your products and give you feedback. But with Origin, we took a big gamble. We knew and we believed that toolless installation was going to change the industry. And the industry said, oh no, we don't know if we'll like it. And thank goodness they love it. So we're in a good place.
Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of sort of imitators out there saying they're doing toolless installation, but you're still the only company that's actually truly doing toolless. So I commend you on that. You've sort of cornered the market, but also helped the industry quite a bit because you're getting even your competitors to sort of think outside the box or outside of the can.
Well, that's the goal. You know, it's interesting. We have so many dealers that do many homes, and most homes get 6 or 8 pair of speakers. And if you put in a pair of director speakers or Origin acoustic speakers, you're still charging the same amount for labor, but you're saving anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes per pair of speakers. So that labor is going someplace else, and we're helping subsidizing other products in the job.
Yep.
So.
And here at the show, you're launching some new stuff. I first want to focus on one thing that's I think is kind of interesting, and that is you're launching an Atomos. You're actually demonstrating your in-wall or in-ceiling speakers in an Atomos system, which I think mostly people sort of look at Atomos as the Dolby Atmos system is in ceiling only for the supporting speakers, the surround speakers, but you're doing it on the front speakers as well, and the subs as well, right?
Yes. And what we found is that if you take a regular theater experience, when you go to the movie theater, I would reckon to say that most times the sound is actually over your head from where you're sitting in the audience. So having a speaker in the ceiling naturally is something that you're used to. But with our patent of the director technology, we can aim the sound down into the listening area. So as you're off axis, you can still get the sound directed at you. And it's worked really well. And then in the rear channels, you can either diffuse the sound by aiming it away or towards the area. And it can really create a custom experience.
Have you thought about sort of petitioning Dolby and seeing if they might actually consider this to certify it?
Well, right now I know we have the system that sounds the best, and if they certified it, they may tell everybody they have to make theirs like ours. So I'm just pleased that our dealers have a good solution.
Well, you're going to demonstrate it here at the show, and unfortunately, those of you who aren't coming to the show, you won't be able to hear it live. But we're going to go. We'll tell you all about it. But it's supposedly sounds amazing from what you've had a couple of reviewers actually hear it, and they've been blown away from what I understand.
They have, and this past year we've spent a lot of time putting our product out in the industry and giving it to the golden ears in our business and asking for feedback. And as you walk around the show, you'll see these signs just about every place with different quotes from the reviewers that have checked out our product. And I'm really honored and humbled by the things they've said.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think it's almost been universally positive. What do you think about you're launching here at the show? This is kind of interesting. You're launching aluminum cabinet and aluminum speaker designs, which I think a lot of people are going to be surprised because everybody sort of associates in-wall and in-ceiling with MDF and plastic for the most part. What do you think? Is that? I mean, that's revolutionary for sure. Oh, yeah. But how do you think it's going to be received?
Well, Ken Humphreys and Tyler Humphreys, our mechanical engineer, came up with the concept of using aluminum as opposed to MDF. Mm-hmm. And what aluminum does is it actually takes up 40% less space in the wall. Mm-hmm. And the biggest problem we have in the wall for architectural speakers is airspace. And when you add an enclosure to it and you cut that airspace almost in half, that's a problem. So now we can put an enclosure in. It's a very expensive enclosure, a very rigid enclosure, and it takes up less airspace and allows the woofers to perform more optimally.
And do you have to baffle it differently? Are you worried? I'm like, how do you get rid of the sort of natural tinny sound that you get from aluminum?
Well, there's a lot of dampening materials and some stuffing that we've experimented with. And come by the booth, take a listen to them.
So it's a little bit of intellectual property.
A lot.
So 2000. Well, I want to ask you an industry question because you're connected to the industry as much, if not more, than most people in the industry. How do you feel? What's the sort of flavor of the industry? How do you feel about the direction things are going right now? I mean, because CEDIA last year was definitely the best show they had in the last 5 years.
Sure.
Where do you think it's going to be this year and going forward?
Well, the trend over the past couple of quarters has been that we've seen more new construction projects happening in terms of not just sticks going up, but actual jobs trimming out. And being the company that's in with the builders really tight, we're putting a lot of brackets in, a lot of sound enclosures, and I'm really bullish. I think that it's going to be a good growth here.
I mean, I think you're a good indicator of how the industry is going to go because you're usually anywhere from 3 to 9 months ahead of the actual sales process because of the trim versus rough in. So I think that you're a good indicator. So if you're saying that, that means we're going to have a good 2016.
You know, we could talk about Groundhog Day, but I think that the more new construction brackets that we're selling now and that are installed, I think it's going to be good for everybody for the next few quarters at least.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Origin Acoustics, it sounds like 2,000 of you obviously already have checked out Origin Acoustics. Go check them out at originacoustics.com. Follow us on ravepubs.com because we're going to shoot videos like this, interviews like this with all the movers and shakers and all the new products. We're going to show them. And we'll be at the Origin Acoustics booth tomorrow doing a booth tour, and we'll shoot videos on all the individual new products. I congratulate you. Thank you for supporting us and giving us a chance to do this interview because I know you're busy and you got to go and they're pushing us out of this room. Okay. But congratulations to you for all your success, and I appreciate it.
See you in Europe in February.
Yeah, we'll be there at ISE. So thanks for watching.
Thanks.